Hello Gemini, Gemini Rising and Gemini Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting June 12th, 2017. If there's cat hair flying in the air, those are not orbs. Rambo was on me for Aries and Taurus. Okay, he'll come to you at some point in time. He just likes those early horoscopes. So, I've got an announcement for everyone that I'm really excited for. A lot of folks have been asking for me to create a, downloadable, keepable, learn at your own pace tarot home study course. And I'm doing that, actually. It's going to be debuting on July 1st, and it will be available for purchase. And again, it's over 3 hours of video content as well as all kinds of supplementary and accompanying documents for learning the tarot the way I learned, and all the stuff that I've been teaching in tarot tutorships and things like that. I'm actually doing a pre-order special right now. So if you pre-order it now, you can get it for $10 off. And you can do all of that at my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's the same place you'd go for your readings. So what's going on with your astrology this week? Well, Gemini, this week on Tuesday, we've got the Sun in your sign, forming a bit of a square to Neptune, currently in your 10th house of career. And when we have the Sun and Neptune come together in our 10th house, it's not the toughest way this angle is going to play out for, not the Sun, Mercury. Mercury and Neptune square in between your first house and your 10th house. Good Lord. Good Lord. Distractions. Distractions. They're hummingbirds. So with Mercury square to Neptune, it's not the worst thing if it's in your sign going to the 10th house, compared to a lot of other signs that may be having some struggles with this. But with Mercury square to Neptune, you're going to have to pay attention to where this week a lot of people are out of date when it comes to your career expectations, your career trajectory, and maybe even checking things that may be out of date in terms of perceptions that people have of you as it relates to your clientele, your bosses. People sometimes don't pay attention to recent changes that you're trying to make. There could be a bit of a flub up going on. If you're trying to change your availability, change your schedule, a lot of people may be behind. You may be waking up one day and seeing that you're getting a bunch of complaints because either, a customer didn't get the memo, wasn't paying attention, or maybe a boss or a coworker has gone and done something with the wrong expectations. So we're correcting an error or a delusion or illusion on another person's part. More of a simple frustration for you, and hopefully this is something that you can correct immediately. Most likely it is. It's only for one day. On Wednesday, we've got the Sun in your sign, there's the Sun, forming an opposition to Saturn, currently retrograde in your 7th house of closest one-on-one relationships, committed partnerships. That's your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, BFF, business partner, roommate, all the people you spend all that closest one-on-one time with. And when the Sun opposes Saturn retrograde, it can indicate a time where you and a partner may end up having a bit of a fight about a rule that does not belong between the two of you when it comes to how we conduct ourselves in this relationship. And this rule is definitely unfair. This is definitely a rule that it favors one person only. It's not for the best of the couple, or it's not for the best of the pair. Sometimes these rules, these boundaries are up for people because of certain issues they may have, and certain boundaries, insecurities, things along those lines. But it totally leans to the favor of one person versus another. And so we're going to have to take that off the table, or at least find a way to amend it to make it more fair, so it's not a double standard. So what's going on with your cards this week then, Gemini? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Solitary. And the Solitary is kind of interesting because this is a week where you need to pay attention to where a lot of the peanut gallery, a lot of other people's opinions, or maybe the fear of other people's opinions, or maybe not the fear, but maybe the adherence to public opinion, or family opinion, or cultural expectations, things along those lines, has actually kind of caused you to go down a road you don't want to go. Sometimes we make those decisions based on, oh, what would they say, or they've already said it, or it's kind of beaten my confidence in the contrary down. The Solitary upright is basically saying, pay attention to where you need to move away from that, and pay less attention to popular opinion, peer pressure, family pressure, culture pressure, things along those lines, because they might not be doing it right themselves, that double standard with, the Sun opposite Saturn retrograde, it might not be you and your girlfriend, or you and your husband. It could be a double standard that's between you and your mom, who you're very close to, or you and your best friend, who you're really close to. Because sometimes with a Solitary, we've got to be okay with going our own way, even though that just means somebody else is going to be insecure because you're being braver than them. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we've got the Ace of Cups upright. Wonderful opportunity being offered your way, Gemini people, because it seems like some kind of gift or token of appreciation could turn into a step up or a leg up for you financially, or when it comes to your pursuit of work. The Ace of Cups always talks about a new beginning, and this could actually be an attachment to a new office, a new building, or possibly even sort of a new work friend that could really actually boost your career. The Ace of Cups upright usually does talk about somebody, maybe even talking about presenting a gift to you. And this could be the gift of money, but this could most likely be the gift of an opportunity that keeps on giving. Is this something super, super big and long term and, you know, the be-all, end-all miracle? Probably not. And you know me, I don't deal in miracles. But the Ace of Cups upright is indicating that it does feel a long way that, you know, the Ace of Cups, there could actually be something there, a gift that keeps on giving little by little in its own way, something that grows quite big. So if it is a financial gift, it may be something that you get again. If it is a work opportunity, it will progress over time. Either way, somebody is going out of the way to give you their full undivided attention, and they want you to know that you have been chosen. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we have the Two of Cups upright. And a very interesting card going on with the Two of Cups, because there is an opportunity for a lot of you Gemini people to find out that your lover or your partner and one of your closest friends are finally being able to get the opportunity to gel and get close. And, you know, that's always a nice thing to know that everyone's getting along, everyone is blending. And there may actually be a really good parlay or a really good communication going on between the two of them. Well, parlay sounds a bit aggressive, but there's really good exchange happening between the two of them that you may find actually does benefit you. The Two of Cups upright can also indicate, for those of you who are single, or those of you just simply asking for friends and relatives to help you out, somebody may actually be trying to set you up this week, whether you're looking for it or not. The Two of Cups is often a card that does talk about reunions or unions as well. And so this week there's going to be a lot of heart-to-hearts for a lot of you people, whether it's reunions for platonic relationships or romantic relationships. That remains to be seen. Check your rising sign as well. But it is a good, harmonious connector card. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Five of Wands reversed. And again, we're going back to the biggest challenge that you might have this week, and that's contesting popular opinion, putting yourself out there, you know, not being afraid to stand out. Alright, usually Gemini people, you're not afraid to stand out, but I have known my fair share of Geminis as well, who again, really do just want, you know, will sell their soul to be accepted by the group. Not all the time, just the temptation is there. And with the Five of Wands reversed, I think that's what's going on this week is your challenge is, where are you not standing up for yourself in a situation where you may actually have to realize that somebody in your life has been a bit of an oppressor, and this is a loved one. Now, this doesn't mean they're a mean person. You don't have to go and, you know, write a play about it in the comments below. But with the Five of Wands reversed, it can indicate a need to call somebody close on their BS. Again, this may be hard to do, putting yourself out there, contesting it, competing against it, especially if you are close to your brother, you are close to your aunt, you are close to your, you know, your best friend, your neighbor, you know, or a spiritual figure or a teacher in your life. It may be important to be able to actually kind of, again, solitary, Five of Wands reversed, bite back a little bit. Because you may be actually showing them what they need to do, because they might only just be an echo chamber in and of themselves. They're only echoing what they've been told. They're not even brave enough to be their own person. Someone needs to step up and show them that there is a way to do that without the world coming to an end. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Death card reversed. Excuse me. This card, it's always a very iffy card with me, because usually when I get the Death card reversed, it usually talks about like two different extremes. And again, we're doing a general reading, so I'm just going to kind of tell you the impressions that I'm getting. I'm not getting somebody who won't get over the past. Okay, that's textbook tarot, and a lot of people will ask me textbook tarot questions. I'm actually getting the opposite. I'm actually getting a situation where you may be having your doubts about somebody new in your life, or maybe even a partner that you have, who's kind of getting over things way too fast to truly, or perhaps ending things too quickly to be healthy. You know how some people kind of run through things, they run the gamut, I don't want to deal with it anymore, so I'm going to break up with so-and-so, move across the country, quit my job, and, you know, all of this kind of stuff, all, you know, all in the span of like 90 days. The Death card reverse can talk about a person who may be hiding in the air. Okay, so hiding up in the air instead of having their feet on the ground. It looks like they're moving, but if you know, I always say to people, yeah, you're up in a plane, you're in a plane, the illusion is that you're going somewhere, but really everything's moving beneath you, but you're still stuck up in the air. And Death card reverse can say we may have to pay attention to where a person is in that situation in our love life. You know, are you seeing somebody new who seems to be constantly in flux, everything's constantly swirling, you know, constantly in motion, there's no grounding, there's no roots. Maybe this is a situation where a person can't get over something, but they're running from it. Or they're, you know, they can't seem to begin something new to keep it, because they don't want to stand still. Pay attention. Maybe this isn't the week to have that discussion with this person. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Death card reverse may mean that you have to talk to your partner about something that he or she is doing way too fast, way too abrupt, and it may be a way that they're doing it to avoid confronting something else. Either way, it's still going to be a gorgeous week, everybody. You know, it's just, you know, it's just making sure, it's like a welfare check on our sweetheart, you know. Hi, I noticed you're kind of doing a swath of endings, you know, super, super fast. I want to make sure that this is okay. Like, this isn't a cry for help, this isn't a signal that you're just avoiding something else by making, you know, way too many endings all at one time elsewhere in your life. It's important to do that. It'll make you a good partner. So that is your horoscope, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me or pre-order your Tarot Home Study course, you can follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.